Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to do my NFL Week 11 Beast recap show. Today the Green Bay Packers defeated the New York Giants 27-20 in a very, very windy, hard-fought game. We are finally back on the win column after two demoralizing losses that we probably should have won those matches, as I had talked about. However, that being said, despite us winning, I do think there was a lot of problems, especially since this Giants team, obviously a lot of issues with the Giants. To begin with, the Giants decided to start Jameis Winston instead of Russell Wilson. Personally, I think Russell Wilson is the better quarterback. So even though I know Russell Wilson hasn't been exactly playing that great, Jameis Winston did okay, but he is an interception machine, so you get that. He's got a lot of preaching though too. So that's always interesting to watch. Nonetheless, my first concern right off the bat was opening possession. Giants got the ball. They won the coin toss. They decided to take the ball, and they scored right off the bat. Drove down the field. There's Singletary. Got a touchdown right off the bat at the end of the drive. Was not happy about that. We weren't able to answer. And then I think on our second possession, that was the possession where Malik Willis came in because Jordan Love, he hit himself on the shoulder, or he was hit. He was hit on his shoulder. At first, I thought in real time, I thought maybe he had concussed himself because, he went backwards. You never know. But that didn't happen. He had a shoulder issue, and he had to go quickly to the locker room to get it evaluated. But he was running off on his own power, so that was a positive sign. In the meanwhile, because at this point they were starting to drive down on their second possession, Malik Willis comes in, and they start getting things going. Malik Willis capped the drive off with a touchdown pass to Christian Watson. This was Christian Watson's first touchdown of the season. Malik Willis, after this possession, was no longer in the game because Jordan Love would come back and would play the rest of the game. So that was the end of his day, by the way, for Malik Willis, because Jordan Love would come back in. We would miss the extra point, surprisingly, in this. We were clamoring for Lucas, the kicker, to play, and while he didn't get any field goals, we didn't try any field goals, he ended up missing 2 extra points. And this was the first of 2 that he missed. So not very looking good for Lucas, especially since I think Lucas right now is probably a better kicker than Brandon, especially after he kicked that 61-yard field goal. But that's not going to be a way to win the job, by the way. For our substitute teacher. So then after that, the Giants would eventually score as well. We were playing catch up basically because of that whole extra point. They did get a penalty though, and they missed an extra point as a result because it was wide because of the wind. And I believe that was right before that half. Because we had scored another touchdown our touchdown was first, and that was that touchdown went to Christian Watson as well. It was 2 touchdowns we had. Surprisingly, at this point, we didn't go for the 2. Also, one of the biggest issues in this game is we had multiple injuries in this game. We already mentioned Jordan Love. Josh Jacobs got injured, and he did not come back into the game. We got an injury on special teams, and then we also got an injury on Romeo Dobbs. He was out for a couple plays again, but he would come back in the game. For running, Josh Jacobs had 7 attempts for 40 yards rushing. Emmanuel Wilson had 11 attempts for 40 yards, tying Josh Jacobs' 7 attempts, and he also had 1 rushing touchdown as well. You know, and I'm sorry, in the second quarter, Malik Willis got the touchdown. Christian Watson would get his second touchdown later in the third quarter. That was what happened, and that one was by Jordan Love. When he got that, which was a beautiful throw, by the way. The second touchdown that Jordan Love got, Christian Watson was just a thing of beauty. Because the Giants didn't get the extra point, though, off the penalty, that led to it being 13-all at the end of the half. And Christian Watson then got the touchdown. And then after that, again, we didn't go for 2, or we went for an extra point on this, and we missed this as well. Again, not looking good, Lucas. You got to make those if you want to take the job from Brandon. Then the Giants managed to score, and they did get the extra point, which put them up on 1. We scored a touchdown in the fourth from Christian Watson. Christian Watson got the touchdown in the fourth. The tight end in the third got it. And by the way, I want to look at that right now. So yeah, in the third quarter, Josh Wild, the unknown tight end, he was actually a former Tennessee Titan. He got a touchdown in the game. That was when we got our lead in the third quarter, and then of course they took it back with the extra point, and then that led to Christian Watson getting that beauty in the fourth, which ended up being the winning touchdown. Also, Emmanuel Wilson got the 2-point conversion, which put us up by 7. And then the Giants had to try to score, and we ended up getting a huge interception, the only turnover of the game, from Williams, number 33, which was amazing. They managed to use all their timeouts to get the ball back, and then Parsons does the damage, getting a second sack and a forced fumble, which the Packers, I believe we recovered that, actually. So we actually had 2 turnovers at the end of the game. Not that it mattered. But But yeah, Parsons officially had 1.5 sacks because the first sack was a combination with Ducky. But obviously the sack at the end of the game, um, the fumble sack at the end of the game led to the win, the definitive win. Um, the definitive win in the game. Um, so very, very huge game. Yeah, so the turnover, the interception at the end, the fumble to seal the game by Parsons was amazing and great. So that's how it ended. Another 27-point victory for Jordan Love, who is now 27 years old. Very, very good team win. We're not winning our division right now because the Bears managed to beat the Vikings. So there's still some stuff we got to do. We haven't played the Bears yet. Got a tough schedule ahead. And I keep saying, like, we only played the Lions once. Okay, so far. We only played the Lions once. Okay. So it's very, very important to get this right. You know what I'm saying? It's just very important. I mean, we got the Vikings, next week will be our first division team since the Lions in week 1. And it's a team we should beat, but with the way our season's gone, with the losing to the Panthers and then losing to the Eagles, a team we could have beaten, these are things that we can't have. Especially when we're in a critical stage where pretty much the last we have 7 opponents left in the regular season. And there's only 2 opponents we have that aren't a division rival. Okay? We still have the Broncos. We still have the Ravens we have to play. 2 remaining AFC teams we have to play. Everyone else are division games. Bears, Vikings, Lions. And obviously these are critical because you have to win your division. So these are key games. Obviously, not that the other games aren't either, but we're done with the NFC conference outside of our division. We are only playing NFC games for the rest of the regular season in our division, in our own division. I don't know why the schedule was like that, but that's how they had our schedule. So it is very, very important that we win these games, and it's very important to win every game in general, but especially the division games, because the division right now is very, very close. So with the tie-breaking game, we actually do have kind of an advantage over the divisions if we can beat the Bears, who are right now leading the division. So we do need to win this game next. We got to keep firing on all cylinders. I'm going to get briefly again on Malik Willis. He did a good job for the brief time he came in. I've been saying it before and I'll say it again. Malik Willis is a fucking starter in this league. I said it last year that he was 2-0 when he came in for Jordan Love and started. He came in, I think, about 2 other games off the bench where he didn't start, but he came in for relief for Jordan Love, and he played amazing in those games. Malik Willis is a ready starter for anybody that needs a starting quarterback. And hopefully we can just keep him as a backup for a while. But I know he's going to want to be a starter soon, somewhere, because I feel like if Malik Willis had played this whole game, we would have still won this game. Because Malik Willis felt very confident in this game, for the brief time he was in as well. If I went over everything, we did with through Wilson. In terms of the rest of the stats, Milton had one attempt for 17 yards. Malik Willis also, again, he also had a big run himself for 16 yards. Jordan had 2 attempts for 7 yards. Getting into the receptions, Romeo Doubs had 4 receptions for 53 yards. Christian Watson had 4 receptions as well for 46 yards. 2 touchdown passes, a great one towards the end of the game to essentially win the game with the game-winning touchdown. Wilson had 1 reception for 33 yards, a big catch from him. Golden, he had 1 reception for 24 yards. Obviously, Wilson had the 2-point conversion, but he also had the 2-point conversion doesn't count on the stat sheet. But he did have 1 reception for 9 yards. But he also did have a second catch for that 2-point conversion. But they don't count that on the stat sheet here. Wicks had 1 reception for 9 yards. Fitzpatrick had 1 reception for 5 yards. Josh Wild had a wild touchdown pass where he was wide open in the third quarter for 2 yards. Mutt Grain, I'm sorry. He had 1 reception for a negative 1 yard. I was very upset with his performance. I was hoping he was going to step in and do really good, but it seems like his adversaries are doing a little better so far. He did almost cause a fumble in the game, but it was reversed into a incomplete catch. So yeah, there's got to be definitely some work there. Again, forced fumble by Parsons, which was also a sack. Gray recovered it. Wilson also got an interception the drive before. And again, our defense, other than that 9-yard gain that they allowed Jameis Winston to get, because nobody was down the middle on the 4th and 1 quarterback sneak, pretty much the defense was very solid in this game. But again, we got to get better. Still, we got a lot to do. Especially with a lot of these division games that are coming up. We still have the Broncos. The Ravens are not so good that much, but you never know by the end of the season. But, Thanksgiving Day, Lions, but we still got to take care of we can't take the Vikings lightly, even though they've been kind of sucking lately. We got to beat them. It's very, very important to stay in pace for the division, especially since we have a tie-breaking scenario with the tie game from the Cowboys. But yeah, guys, that is the recap. Good effort, good team win. Go Pack, go. Comment, rate if you like this video, my videos, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell for all the latest contents on top of subscribing. And yeah, guys, that is it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace! Also, make sure, besides my YouTube channel, to follow me on the Twitch, the Instagram, and I do have a Discord link in the description. We discuss various topics, including this one here. And now I'm out. Peace.